Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we decided to become a vassal of Chola, mostly because we don't have any targets other than Chola and I guess these guys, but they're not relevant either. So we're now working internally within Chola, and I was just looking at our opportunities. I don't know what happened to this guy's military, but something happened, that's for sure. I guess he joined the war and fought down here? That's the only explanation I can think of. But we can't declare on this guy. We don't have a CB. We're close. We're 81.5% of the way to a CB. So the question is, by the time this claim finishes, where will we be at in terms of him recovering? We will find out. We'll head forward here, and we need to make a determination, because this claim is going to cost us money. So, with that claim, we can go negative, but we can't declare war while we're in debt. What I was thinking about doing was boosting up our Pakes, which will cost 61, and then going into debt to get the claim, and then immediately declaring war. But we can't do that. That doesn't work because we can't declare war while in debt. So I need to remember how much that claim cost is, and I don't remember. We'll just have to wait until it goes through and decide when the event happens, I think. But we're working on making some more money, and that's going to be our big lack for the next little while. So that's fine. We have a new liege. We just became underneath this guy. Right, we were granted over to him, and he wants to put us on his council. He wants to put us on his marshal at this point. So we could do an independence war. That's an option. But what we really want to do here is we really want to fabricate a claim on this county. Okay, so we now have this claim. 90 gold is the cost. And he's pretty recovered at this point. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the money into Pakes, and then we're going to do the claim. And now we're very in debt, and that's absolutely understood. We do have some prisoners that we can ransom, and we'll get this guy out of here. Excellent. And this person is at 22 out of 25. Our liege is making how much gold per month? 2.2 per month. So if we wait a couple of months, we might be able to get 3 additional gold out of this. Okay, now it's at 24 out of 25. And now it's at 25 out of 25. But he won't accept this. Okay. So for now, we'll just sit here. That seems okay. It's going to take us some time to get out of this debt, and that's absolutely understood. Oh, we can create an accolade now? No, we can't. We just don't have any of these that are eligible to create an accolade. So that's understood. We are up to 840 troops at this point. So we need to wait for an opportunity to go after this guy. We can't declare war while in debt, but we have a claim on his territory now, down here. And then we want to get a claim on this as well. Now, the de jure duchy includes everything up over here. So this is independent. We don't have a CB up here, but we might want to start getting one. So we're going to do that. Unfortunately, our religious leader is not happy about us being in debt. Understood. We're going to continue to work on improving opinion with her, and we'll work our way out of debt. Automated armies, yeah, I don't care. So at this point, we're looking to fabricate a claim up here. Now, this guy controls this as well, but this is independent. So we're going to fabricate a claim here. If we can fight this, that would be huge. We would be delighted to get that. Now, if we went to our liege, we would have to petition our liege here, would we not? Or would we petition the king? Neither, apparently. Maybe that's not a thing for this culture. That's a possibility. Or we just need to be higher rank. Now, we could do a claim liege title. that is de jure to one of our liege's titles. We can spend prestige on this. So this would be on the Raj. We should definitely be spending, or rather saving up our prestige for that. So that is absolutely something we will be doing. But for now, I don't care about anything that's going on out over here. This is fine. We'll just ignore that for the moment. So our liege is currently superior to us, and we'll just work on grabbing this out over here. So the current question is, how are we doing on our religious leader? The answer is we need to continue to work our way up on this. Okay, she is not swayed, and unfortunately, our liege gained a hook on us. That's interesting. It's not the end of the world. War was declared on our liege by this foreign ruler. Okay, so this guy declared on this guy. This is not relevant to us, really. So we don't actually care about that exactly. However, our liege is, or rather our king, is going to have problems. And he's dead. Okay, he just died. Well, that's awkward timing. So this is for the Thakana of Calicut, which is this county title. We don't care. Irrelevant as of right now. Although we'd prefer they not accumulate strength, it is at this moment quite irrelevant. So our heir is unmarried at this moment. We can ransom here, and I'm actually going to do this even though he can't afford the full ransom. I'm going to do this because this is going to pull us out of debt. And the important thing about that is that makes us now be endorsed by our realm priest. We'd like to be endorsed more, but this will do for now. So we're going to continue to work on this claim. That'll be done soon enough. I would really like it. I'd really like it if we got a claim on the full duchy. That is a possible side effect. We'll see if it happens. If not, we'll save up our prestige. That'll be fine. So at this moment, we are out of debt, and we're working on raising up additional funds. We're going to have to put that money into this claim, which is not ideal, because we're probably not going to have 90 gold by the time that claim gets finished. In fact, there's no probably about it. We're not going to have 90 gold. So what can we do about that? A secret exposed. Okay, sure. So what can we do about that situation? Well, not a lot, actually. We're kind of making as much money as we can get right now. We really need to expand. So going into debt is acceptable. We get a new martial perk. And engineered for destruction is interesting here. We do have siege weapons, but I think, honestly, archer screen and army movement speed is okay. This does not boost us at all, yet. It probably will eventually. So this is going to reduce our number of casualties taken. I guess that's okay. It doesn't really help us that much right now. What we really would like to do is go raiding, but that's not a possibility for us. We can't do raiding. So that's understood. Not too much that we can do there at this time. Okay. We gained high taxes from this guy. Very rude. Very rude indeed. These guys are currently sieging the Thakana of Areronaut, which is what we want to take. Now, this is not necessarily that relevant to us. Time is going to be a concern here because we're going to be in debt. Significantly in debt, I want to point out. So we're trying to work up Paduma's opinion of us, but that's really not going well. Can we replace her? No, we cannot. So that is noted. We just kind of have to hope that we get some money events. That would be ideal. So this claim is going to be done, but we're not going to have enough money to be out of debt when this claim finishes. Not that we'd want to declare this right away anyway, with this going on. So we need to wait for this war to end. We're in definitely a weak position here, and we need to strengthen our position substantially. No doubt about that. So these sieges are wrapping up, and that is fully expected. So we have about a third of the gold that we need to get this claim, right? Although if we get the duchy claim, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. That's going to be a lot more money. I think that's 150. So that's going to be very painful indeed. The good news is we've got time. Okay, 90 gold. Done. We're going to fabricate that claim, and we need to get ourselves out of debt in order to declare this war at this point. Now, we just swayed our religious leader here, and that is a very good deal. Because now we can see that we are getting 0.2 per month out of a possible 0.6 per month. So that is boosting up our income, and that is absolutely the biggest thing that we need. Unfortunately, our liege levying high taxes on us is painful, but there's nothing we can do about that just yet. We'll get there. We'll get it handled, but we can't do it yet. So as of right now, we're just allowing these wars to play out, and it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Weakening our liege is not a bad thing for us. We need to remember. So our liege is losing this battle. How many of these are still special soldiers? Only 667. Noted. So that's all fine at this point. I'm not terribly concerned about what's going on over here, although this guy's pretty weak now. So that's absolutely a thing. And we're going to declare on the Thakana of Areronaut as soon as we can. We can't do it yet, though, because we need this war to end, because we don't want to risk getting attacked by these armies, and we need to be out of debt. So we're killing two birds with one stone at this moment. We gotta wait. That's all there is to it. So waiting is fine. We would like to get some additional gold flowing in here, obviously. But we're going to need events for that. No way around it. Now we just got architectural expertise, giving our wife +1 stewardship. Or actually that gave our wife +1 stewardship. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. I just noticed we have the same first name as our wife. Okay. Well, that's kind of awkward. So we're still working on trying to further sway our religious leader because there's more gold that we can get out of this. And we'd very much like to do this. Well-provisioned armies, 81%. That would be +100 supply capacity. I don't want to spend 50 gold at this moment. We cannot do that. Accustomed to foraging is probably fine. That'll be okay. But we need to continue to boost up the opinion of our religious leader. Now, our wife apparently just got sick. That's okay. Not the end of the world there. We should probably try to find a wife for our son. That's probably not a bad idea. Can we get an alliance here? It's just a city. Yeah, this is a barony title. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, that's just a city, and these are lowborns. That's not ideal, but it's probably fine. I mean, this city is not very powerful, but I guess you'll do. Okay, we got to get that done. So there we go. Let's get that underway. That alliance has been formed, and our chancellor left his court. That's fine. So at this point, we don't have anyone to be a chancellor, but our chancellor was only skill 1. So we don't care about that. That's kind of irrelevant. We'd like to get a new chancellor, but there's nothing we can do about that. We could invite Shoreveers. This would cost us prestige. That's okay. I'm going to do that. We need to have another knight. That is of vital importance. So we'll get that done. Our wife has recovered from her illness. Excellent. And there's a Shoreveer arriving. Perfect. So at this point, we can see that we are at 2 out of 3, and we don't have 25 gold to recruit this guy. Right. Could we appoint him as our chancellor? No, we have to recruit him. So we need gold. Very badly. Now, I'd love to have this war be declared. There's awkwardness going on here for right now. We are about 10 months until we're out of debt. So that is absolutely noted, and I would absolutely love to get our opinion up here further. That's going to be a good chunk of gold. Half a gold per month is significant at this point. So that would be fantastic, but alas. Okay, there's another Shorevere who has arrived. And we can see about, yeah, this is going to be 25 gold for both of these. So for now, we just need to chill. Checking up over here, I'm wondering about the loot here. Yeah, there's not going to be any loot up here. And we're failing to sway our religious leader, which is sad. But we do have a perk available. Hit and run. Archer damage plus 30%. Yes, please. That's going to be very significant. So that is great, and we're going to declare on this person as soon as we can. Basically, we just need to get out of debt. That's what it comes to. And we should be able to take them out very quickly. They have no alliance. This is all they have. They just have 200 troops. So that's going to be a big, big power boost for us. And a toehold on the mainland, which is very significant. Now, this war, our liege is currently winning. We do see that these guys managed to establish independence. Okay. For right now, I'm not too concerned about them, although they will become a concern later on. So I'd love to see this war wrap up. I don't care who wins it. Ultimately, I would prefer it if our liege wins, I think. Oh, wow, this broke up. Okay. So that's very significant. We are now officially out of debt, but this war is ongoing. Heavily stocked stores, huh? Garrison size plus 50%. Kind of irrelevant, but okay. So there's going to be a battle here, and this is going to be very bad for our liege. Unless he escapes. Oh, that's even worse for our liege. Only a partial escape. And then he stayed. This is over. The war is done. So that's over at that point. Beautiful. Now we want to instantly declare this war, pressing our claim. This will cost us 28 prestige. That's fine. So we're going to declare that war, and we're going to raise up our levies here. We have to fight. We gotta go. So over we head. The question is, do we want to disembark here? Or do we want to disembark here and wait? And be patient. Fair enough. I want to move over to here. So we're going to disembark right here, and you can see we're recently disembarked for 20 days. We got to wait for that to go away. War declared on our liege. That's fine. Yeah, that's absolutely okay. We don't care about that. So we've managed to sway again our religious leader, and that puts us up to 0.6. We're now positive in our monthly income with our forces raised. That's a big deal. We're going to attack up over here despite the fact that we are currently... Well, actually, maybe we should just wait till we're no longer in debt, because we are going to take a malice for being slightly in debt. And we're very close to coming out of this debt. On the next month tick, we're going to launch this attack. But it's going to be a bit tough. They're going to be defending their castle here, and we will see how that goes. We're still considered slightly in debt. So I guess we're going to need to arrive on the 2nd of May to make sure that that's all calculated up. Okay, so in we go here. We did not get money. That's awkward. We won the battle anyway. It doesn't matter. So it's okay. We won the battle, and now we just need to get this siege completed. 8 months on that. They now have to attack into us, but they will be the defender here. And we're probably not going to get very much in terms of recovery over this direction. So that's noted. The attack is up over here on our liege, so that seems fine. They're just chilling down over here. This is over. So this is huge. This is absolutely enormous at this moment. This is a big, big shift for us in terms of power level. So that's excellent. We're going to get this fort finished up, and then we can start pressing our claim that's down over here. It's a little awkward because we'll be split up, but we can start thinking about that. So this war's over. We're going to enforce our demands. There we go. So Calicut is now under our control. We do need to be working on our control level here. So we're absolutely going to do that. And we can't do that because there's no valid targets. Now there are. So that's absolutely perfect. And we only have 7 gold. We're not surprised about that. Oh, we can actually assign someone here. Perfect. So for our Chancellor, that is going to be... needs to be sorted by diplomacy skill. So that would be this guy. He's not very good at the job, but at least he's doing something, right? So at this point, we've got all of our shore veers. That looks good. We need to let our force regenerate, and we need to station these guys in Calicut. It's not going to be a very big deal at this moment, but we've got log forts there. We've got small wind furnaces, and we can construct something here. The question is, what do we want to put in? Honestly, we probably want something that's going to make us money, which basically means trade ports. We're very short on cash for doing that, and that's understood. So at this point, 1049, if we look at these guys, they are similar in strength to us, but we're going to get a lot more out of Calicut. So we need to let this regenerate, let this control come up, and we need to work on getting our finances growing. So in the meantime, do we want to make more claims? Or do we want to put that money into our military? I think we put it into our military, to be honest. We need to get our Paix up to rank 8 as soon as possible. So I want to check in here. Are we currently maximizing this? We are. Our Realm Priest has maximized our setup here. Okay, so this is our... this is our liege. Okay, not the king. This is the duke. Gotcha. And apparently he then died. Fantastic. So now there's this kid. And the question is, what do we want to do about that? We don't... She was being gluttonous. We are going to stay silent about it. We want the cash. We don't want to hurt our opinion with her. So that's absolutely fine for now. There's a grand tournament being held out over here. We're not going to attend that as of right now. So we're working on bringing up our control level over here, which is going to increase our amount of levies here. Yeah, we'll join your council. It'll increase our number of levies here, as well as our gold income, which is currently at 0 from this. But look at that, 3.6. That's huge. So we need to be working very, very rapidly on getting this title taken over. High Crown Authority passed. Okay. So that's all absolutely fine for now. But we're at 1,002. We need to get our military strength raised up significantly. We need to get up to the point where we can take on, like, these guys or these guys out over here, right? So we need to get to, like, the 3,000-4,000 number, and that's doable, actually, from this current position. So we just need to invest. It'll take a little time, but that is fine. I'd love to get this going. 20 gold is not as far away as you might think. Not at 3.6 per month. And that number is only going to increase as we continue to boost our control levels out over here. So that is absolutely fantastic. The question is, are we going to fight this guy if he comes over and sieges Calicut? Our liege is attempting to revoke this title. We decline. So our liege has declared war on us, and we are going to raise up all of our forces, not here, but rather here. So we're going to raise up here, and we'll be on the defensive here. Okay, so at this point, we've already captured his heir. He's on his way up with fewer troops than what we have. But we have to attack him here. Because this is a war against the tyranny. So we need to try to maneuver a little bit here. I'm not going to attack him immediately, I don't think. Well, we can try to bait him. We need to go on the aggressive here. We need to move in over this direction. The question is, do we want to hire mercenaries? And I think the answer to that is no. He will likely win in a battle here. Unless he just doesn't contest it. Siege weapon effectiveness plus 40%. Yes, please. We got a small breach already. He's not contesting this. Now, keep in mind, we have a 30% boost on those archers, and we have a good number of archers here. And we also have a boost on the archers from here. That's an additional 20% boost on those archers. So our archers are very, very strong, and we outnumber his archers almost, but not quite, 2-1. If we win this, he will be deposed. We're not the heir here. So this guy would be the heir. He would become our new liege. But this is fine. We mostly just need to wait, right? We need to get our control increased over here, and it's absolutely fine that he decided to do this. He can't win this war, it seems. Especially not if he's not going to attack here. Okay, somebody made a claim on Areronaut. That is this guy. He is not actually strong enough to do anything about that. So that's understood. Unless he had allies. I didn't check. He may have had allies. But we absolutely need to get this done. Now, we're going to get some gold from looting this. And how much are we going to get? None. It was recently raided by that other attack. Okay, that's sad. Okay, so we're at 75% at this moment. Do we want to fight them? We have ticking war score. I kind of don't want to attack into the jungle here. Yeah, because of that. Honestly, I think we just play this patient. Yeah, this is okay. So at this moment, we just wait it out, and he'll be ready to surrender here in not very long. We're at 80%. Ticking war score is on our side, and they can't take this. They simply can't do it. So as long as we just wait here, it's fine. We're spending gold on this, which we don't like, but it could be worse. So we just got to wrap this up. I'd love to attack here, but I just don't want to attack into the jungle like this. The numbers are too similar. That'll cost us a lot, and we don't want to look weak and get attacked at this time. That would be bad. So we just wait this out, and that's fine, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to strengthen our army further, and we're probably going to attack this guy very, very soon. We have a claim here, and we would like to get that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge, STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.